me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, A.K.A, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money!
FanView Live, where real fans talk about real sports. Only on the New Orleans Talk Network. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, because we're not just a sports talk show, we're a talk show about sports.
Yeah. What you know about this, y'all? We gon' party like what, right? Like we won Lombardi. Tell them, right? Come on. We gon' party like we won a Lombardi. We gon' party like we won a Lombardi. Listen, y'all. Welcome to New Orleans, where the drinks are strong, the nights are long, and there's a party going on. Super Sundays at the lake or the dome, they say the bon temps roulette. We let the good times roll. Good music like this ain't hard to find. Second line pop up at the drop of a dime, and when the night comes, that's when the real party is done. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gonna put on.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome. FanView, real fans talk sports. New Orleans Talk Network. And that boy Fred.
G Sports in the building, man.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going digging. My man, Coach Hurricane, he couldn't make it this week, man. He got a game this week, Thursday night. A-Meat has a game. But, man, listen. It's an exciting week for that Who That Nation, G Sports.
Yeah.
The Cowboys came to New Orleans, and they tried to take over New Orleans. They had their second line on Bourbon, you know. You even had one that nighttime with Jerry Jones.
They tried.
But on Sunday, y'all came up short. You came up short. I wonder where all the Dallas fans at today. I wonder where the Dirty Birds at.
I should have wore a Cowboys hat.
I wonder where y'all at. Don't worry about it. I'm going to come find y'all today.
Should have wore a Cowboys hat.
I know that I want to come find y'all today. Where the Dirty Birds at? Y'all come down here to New Orleans, and you come up short. Y'all came up short big time. Y'all was healthy, G. Dak Prescott looking for the new contract. Ezekiel Elliott in football shape now. Week 4. Amari Cooper played. And we beat y'all with our backup quarterback.
It is.
Teddy Bridgewater. Come out there being efficient. That's what we asked him to do. If someone would have told me that the Saints would have beat the Cowboys, but we didn't have to score an offensive touchdown, I'd be like, you lost your mind. Sure enough, that's what history said. G Sports, what is your take on the win for the Saints now going 3-1? 2 wins with Teddy Bridgewater. What's your take on the Saints over the Cowboys?
Great team win. But the game ball has to go to the defense.
Yes.
The way that D-line played, with Sheldon Rankins coming back, Malcolm Brown, oh my God, what an addition. And the vital role he's played on our defense this season thus far. Cam Jordan, you know what you're going to get from him. Anya Mata. Davenport.
You got 4 first-round picks on that D-line.
Yeah. Those guys played, terrific on Sunday night. They controlled the line of scrimmage against arguably the best offensive line in the NFL. That let me know right there that we can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the NFL and be able to control the line of scrimmage.
I agree.
Especially in that dome. DeMario Davis continues to emerge as one of the better linebackers in the NFL. And I'm going to take it a step further and see that I think he's top 5. I think he's solidifying himself. This guy is turned into one of the best leaders in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taking that role of being the leader of that Saints team now that Drew Brees is, on the sideline right now.
Yeah.
I love everything about Demario Davis. I love how he is. He brings his A game every Sunday. He's durable. He makes big plays after big plays. I think he got screwed over in the game Sunday with that pass interference call.
Correct.
But Demario is one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and people need to start taking notice today. Marshawn Lattimore.
Big.
It's about time. It's about time. The first 3 weeks of the season, you have not looked like yourself.
Right.
You showed up big time against one of the best route runners in the NFL, and Amari Cooper.
Yeah. Who's been having a phenomenal season. He's tied for one of the most touchdowns amongst receivers before. Had a phenomenal game.
And even though I feel like Dallas didn't test Marshawn Lattimore far as deep-wise, I think they let him off the hook because Marshawn Lattimore has been struggling with the deep ball this year.
Right.
Not being able to get his head turned around, not being able to make a play on the ball. And I think Dallas didn't target him in that way. It was a lot of intermediate. And if you watch Marshawn Lattimore since he got in the league, he is phenomenal with intermediate routes.
Right.
So it played to his favor. Klein played big with the strip. That was big. Von Bell with a big strip on Zeke on the 4th down play. You let me know when the last time Zeke rushed the ball for 18 times for 35 yards and 1.9 yards a carry.
I don't think we watched it.
I don't think he's ever had that kind of average when he's rushed the ball over 15 times.
I would agree.
That one is a game because now it made Dak have to make plays down the field.
Right.
And like I've been saying before the season, when everybody was saying Dak looking for $30 to $40 million, this is why you don't give Dak that kind of money.
He was proving a lot of naysayers wrong.
Because he played Lighthouse of the Blind the first 3 weeks of the season.
Agreed.
And I said, coming into the game, if Dak coming to the Dome and play like he played the first 3 weeks, he deserved every bit of that money he's trying to get. But you came into a hostile environment.
Right.
Y'all couldn't run the ball. So now it was on you, Dak.
Yeah.
And you didn't make any plays to be able to solidify a win on the night. He only threw the ball for 212 yards.
Right.
You didn't throw any touchdowns and an interception. So Dak did not play up to his standard that he's been showing
for the
first 3 weeks of the season. And that's why I keep telling people, man, pump your brakes. Let's see what he does when he plays against some stiff competition. And the way our D-line played, and the way our secondary played on Sunday, and the way that Dome was rocking, Dak looked like an average quarterback on Sunday, and I think that led to the victory.
I would say this: if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, don't feel bad about this loss. I would say this: you got guys that have one of the best defensive lines in football. Robert Quinn beat Teron Armstead like a slave. He was whipping Teron Armstead in that game. Robert Quinn didn't have 2 sacks in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence had a sack, but what Robert Quinn was doing at defensive line was just atrocious too. You got one of the 2 best linebackers in the game. Jalen Smith had like 9 tackles. Van Der Esch had about 10 tackles. They did what they came to do. Secondary-wise, they held the Saints without a touchdown. Defensively, give props to the Dallas Cowboys. If you speaking about this last week when we go into the game, the Dallas Cowboys have one of the best defenses in the game. And Dallas Cowboys don't have nothing to feel bad about on the defensive inside of the ball. They did their job. They held Michael Thomas to less than 100 yards, even though he had 9 catches. Under 100 yards, didn't get in the end zone. Alvin Kamara had probably less than a total of 100 yards.
Right.
Overall. You didn't get him in the end zone. Defensively, the Cowboys did a lot of great things. But on that offensive end,
Did a lot of great things like what?
on the defensive, they held the Saints by a touchdown. They kicked 4 field goals.
Fred, I don't really think their defense played that good.
Their defense played really good.
They played against a backup quarterback.
Again, they didn't score.
If you go back and look at the game,
Yeah.
the Saints let that defense off the hook. We had how many penalties? Let me
9.
9 penalties. 9 penalties. Even go back to the pass where I can go back to when Teddy Bridgewater threw the pass to Josh Hill, and Josh Hill was like on a 3-yard line, and he dropped it. I don't know what the hell that was. Completely just dropped the ball. I don't know if you heard footsteps or what it was, but
Steps.
Dallas defense did not look dominant at all.
The D-line did. Well, Robert Quinn did.
Robert Quinn. There you go. I didn't even know DeMarcus Lawrence played in this game. Van Der Esch, he played pretty good. But other than that, I don't think the Dallas defense played that good.
I think what I'm meaning by they played good, they kept the Saints playmakers and Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara out of the end zone. They kept him out of the end zone.
Michael Thomas had 9 catches for 95 yards.
Didn't score.
Sometimes you're not going to score all the time.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
Kamara averaged 4.1 yards a carry.
Didn't disagree with that either.
4.1 yards a carry.
Didn't have. You know, Kamara game is rushing and receiving. Had under 100 yards. You know where Alvin Kamara has about 150 to 200 yards. Alvin Kamara got a few touchdowns to change the scoreboard with it. Didn't have that.
Listen, you know what Sunday let me know? That I overrated the Cowboys.
You did put them on the pedestal.
I felt like the Cowboys was the number one team in the NFL.
We tell you that.
I still think they are one of the best teams in the NFL.
We did tell you going into the game they only beat one team that had one victory.
But my point, I still think they're one of the better teams in the NFL.
Agree.
But it's not because of the talent. It's because Dak Prescott showed me that he has not taken the next step. That's what this got to do with. Okay. It has nothing to do with anything else. That defense is going to look dominant against anybody else.
It would look dominant against most teams, yeah. They played the Packers this week. We don't know.
Well, Devontae Adams not playing.
Yeah, it's got a point.
So
they still got that bad name in Aaron Rodgers.
I mean,
they got that bad name in Aaron Rodgers.
It's going to be interesting to see how Aaron Rodgers could carve up some points on their defense without his number one weapon. So we're going to see. Jimmy Graham is probably his best receiver now.
Probably best receiver now.
So that's not saying too much.
No, but you still got that. When you still got a guy like that at quarterback, you got yourself an opportunity. Now, what he does with those things at the end of the day, like you mentioned, didn't you say Tom Brady is the GOAT and he's the best of?
Yes. Yeah, okay. And you try to see Pat Mahomes is better than Tom Brady.
Right now, Pat Mahomes is playing better.
You sleep. You need to wake up.
I said he's playing better.
What your problem is? I don't know what you sniffing.
You seen Tom Brady this past Sunday? Well, he's bad.com.
Look. Jordan didn't have a bad game.
He did.
Did Jordan have a bad game? Okay. John Stokes locked Jordan up one time.
Okay.
And guess what? When he came back the next game, in game 6, ask me how many he had.
Okay. Well,
so I expect Tom Brady
to have a bad game.
Yeah, I mean it's a 16-game season.
Yeah.
You're not gonna look
great. Look what Pat Mahomes does. But
so Pat Mahomes, okay. See, you one of them people. You a prisoner of the moment.
No, G.
You the epitome of a prisoner of the moment.
No, G. Pat Mahomes has thrown for. Look at his games. He's played with how many games as a regular season? 19, 20. He's thrown for 68, 100 yards, 60 touchdowns,
and he's only beat 2 playoff teams.
Again,
2 playoff teams.
So what? Drew
Stay woke.
Okay. So where's Drew? He's only started 1 year. So he beat 2 playoff teams. Okay, so
he's played 19 games and only beat 2 playoff teams.
Again, can he change his schedule? He won 2 playoff games, didn't he?
He won 1 playoff game.
Okay, my bad. He had a bye.
And the game he won against the Colts,
he won.
He looked like a shell of himself.
He won.
But let's not get all the subject at hand. Yeah. We're talking about the Saints. We're not talking about how you overrating Pat Mahomes and how you trying to get him that GOAT status already when he hasn't done a damn thing in the NFL. Let's go. Keep moving on.
No, move on. Now, again, the Saints, what they did phenomenal to me in this game is time of possession. Got to give it up to them. They have more time of possession. Anytime you can. And this has been impressive these past 2 weeks. It's time of possession for the Saints and actually the turnover battle. They had 3 turnovers. They had 2 turnovers against Seattle. You know, they had the fumble for the touchdown, and then they had another turnover in that game. This game, they had 3 turnovers. They had the interception and 2 fumbles for loss. One on Jason Witten and one on Zeke. Then they had the interception on Marcus Witten in. So far, Teddy Bridgewater has only turned that football over 1 time, and that was, to me, a straight fluke. If Kagan catches the football like he's supposed to.
Right.
We're not even having a conversation. Right. They're winning the turnover battle, and they're winning the time of possession. These are key factors of why the Saints are, to me, the best team in the NFC right now, even with a backup quarterback. They're winning the time of possession. They're winning the turnover battle. When you can have those 2 things going, with the amount of playmakers they have and how that defense is playing, arguably top 5 right now, you're the best team in the NFC. Now, heading towards this week against Tampa Bay, they're playing a team without an identity on the offensive end. Mm-hmm. Bruce Arians just came in there. Byron Leftwich is the OC now. You know, Tampa Bay is really playing a lot of run and gun matchup football. They're not really playing scheme versus scheme. They're just really out there. Hey, Mike Evans is matched up on this guy. Chris Godwin is matched up on this guy. O.J. Howard is matched up on this guy. And they're really running the football out of passing formations. So they're not really changing any formations on the offensive line. They're just letting Jameis Winston play football from a match-off position, which is, to me, a little bit scary because it's shown their ability to work and to score. Something that we haven't seen the offense do Saints offense do in the past 2 weeks since Teddy Bridgewater started. They haven't shown the ability to really score as much as they scored against Dallas. They scored a couple of touchdowns against the Rams, but they got them early. I mean, against Seattle, but they got them early. Going to this week here, I do think the Saints need to score a few more offensive touchdowns because right now they got a guy on Tampa Bay, Ty Bowles at the DC over there. Shaq Barrett leads the league in sacks, which is beyond me.
But they just gave up 40 points to the Rams.
Dropped 55.
But you talking about Ty Bowles.
Right.
They gave up 40 points to the Rams.
They
the
did.
The Rams, they got a solid offense, but they have no running game, and they put up 40 points. Carry on.
Again, it's going to be a tough game because offensively,
Divisional opponent.
It's gonna be know each other.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough. But the more important I'm looking at is that this team here is not, they're just playing matchup football on the offensive end. Right now, the Saints of these 2 weeks, Teddy Bridgewater started. Again, they have not been shown they can score points. I think against Tampa Bay, because being a division opponent and what we've seen in the past, guys they like to stretch the field. They like to get these bigger plays down the field. Not that these 3 to 5 yard plays, but just plays down the field. We've seen Marshawn Lattimore has been getting beat by Mike Evans in the past, going down the field. Chris Godwin has proven that he's a solid number 2. O.J. Howard's making plays in intermediate plays, but they're getting
O.J. Howard has not played up the part of the season. Cameron Brate, the other tight end, has been looking like he's not a
superstar, but he's making intermediate plays. He's just keeping the drives alive. But the guys it's the receivers. Those are the guys that are making their plays. And Ronald Jones has done something. He's getting better from last season. Last season he was bad all over.
I'm not at all concerned about their running game.
No, they're not gonna run the ball.
I mean, they're gonna try to run it.
But I'm not concerned about it. But they're gonna run out of passing formation. They're not gonna run the ball to run the ball. They're going to run the ball to kind of say, okay, I have an attempt. But they're really trying to pass the football. That's their goal. And so, because, again, offensive team doesn't have an identity, I think the Saints need to score. I still think the Saints beating these people. But I don't think they're going to beat these people the way that they beat Dallas and the way they beat Seattle by just jumping on them defensively. They're going to have to, on the offensive end, I think, score some points. They're going to have to at least have 2 or 3 offensive touchdowns to still be competitive. This team can score. They're not a great defensive team yet. Devin White, I don't think he's still injured. But Shaq Barrett,
he started practicing again this week.
Right. But Shaq Barrett is getting to the quarterback.
But this is the key component you're forgetting about all of this. Jameis Winston is their quarterback.
That's true.
Jameis Winston is their quarterback. I am not concerned about Jameis Winston. He's going to give you 1 or 2 turnovers a game. And being in that dome, he might give you 3 turnovers. So I'm not worrying about the Bucs to that degree. The only way the Bucs beat us is if they get about 3 turnovers out of us. Like Teddy Bridgewater throw some picks. We fumble. We get turnover. They get some turnovers against us in the special teams game. Something to that nature. But if they just going to rely on their offense, I don't see it. Right. Jameis Winston is not capable of coming to that dome and leading them to a victory. They can't run the ball. So I know Mike Evans told Marshawn Lattimore a new hole last year. So I'm pretty sure Marshawn Lattimore is going to be motivated about that.
I hope he is.
On this Sunday.
I hope he is.
Godwin's been looking pretty good this year. He's a speedster. He can blow the top off his defense. But like I say, I just think Jameis Winston going to make some bad decisions like he always does. You cannot trust Jameis Winston. I'm sorry. What we got to shore up on us, I'm pretty sure Barrett looked at how Robert Quinn was raping Teron Armstead on Sunday. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be on Teron Armstead's side. It's starting to look like to me that Ryan Ramczyk is the best offensive lineman on the team. Teron Armstead, I don't know where you was at on Sunday. You could not even guard. You couldn't even block Robert Quinn in the phone booth. That's how bad it was. I mean,
he's a Murray Street man.
He was just getting to the quarterback at will. It was really ridiculous. At some point, I started trying to wonder why Sean Payton at least keep a tight end to his side. Try to chip him, keep the running back to his side, try to chip him and help Teron Armstead out. But he never did, and Robert Quinn had a field day. Robert Quinn probably going to earn himself a nice little contract off of that game.
Yeah.
So if we can show up those things with our offensive line, we'll be fine. Tampa Bay secondary is terrible. At the linebacker position, Kevin Minter, I like him, but he's not no Devin White. And,
no.
I don't know if Devin White's going to be cleared to play on Sunday, but I'm pretty sure his job is going to be the same thing as Jalen Smith and Vander Esch's job was. And that's when Kamara comes out the backfield, make sure you put a head on it.
Yeah.
So
you better wrap him up.
Yeah.
He gonna bounce off you. Wrap him up.
It's a divisional opponent, so I ain't gonna be too disrespectful. but I do think we win this game by 2 possessions. So I got us winning this game 30-20 on Sunday against
Now,
the Bucs.
I'm reading some of the comments in the watch party here, in the NFC South watch party. He said, "We're coming for that ass, Bucs for life." That's by Nick Burt. Guy Mitch has 40 points and 4 turnovers though. And he said, "Your boy on the right don't have any concerns." Listen, he talking about you.
What he said?
Your boy on your right don't have any concerns. You know, talking about Tampa Bay. You don't have any concerns. Listen,
I mean, I got us beating them 30-20. 2 possessions.
2 possessions. I think that this game, Tampa Bay is, you know, like I said, their team playing out identity. I think they're not going to leave it up to coaching. Bruce Arians is not a better coach than Sean Payton. Again, I think the only coach better than Sean Payton right now in the NFL is just Bill Belichick. Yes. That's just it is what it is.
Agreed.
Now, anybody want to debate that? I'm here to show you some stats to prove otherwise. So they're not going to leave it up to coaching. They're going to leave it up to matchups. And at the end of the day, if Eli Apple, Chris Godwin, I think had 12 catches last week, like 177 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah. He went off, and he's been playing like a very good number 2, probably the best number 2 receiver in the game as far as stats-wise this season. He scares me because Eli Apple can't guard him. It scared the bejesus out of me. So I can see what he can have his impact. The Saints got to be sound with making sure that these running backs that they have, they're not great rushers, but they are little good passers. They can kind of get the ball in the flats and get touchdowns. They're not dominant by any means.
I'm not concerned about Ronald Jones or Peyton Barber. I'm not concerned about those guys. Those guys are slapdicks. considered when you consider the other NFL running backs in the league.
The elite, yeah.
They are not on the same stratosphere as majority of the running backs in the league.
No, they're not Todd Gurley. They're not even Chris Carson for that matter. They're not Zeke.
They're not even in the top 25 of best running backs in the NFL.
Agreed.
So they can't run the ball.
No. Again,
okay? They can't run the ball.
We're talking about in the passing game. We're talking about in the passing game.
And Jameis Winston is their quarterback.
Again, the man dropped 55 last week.
He did.
I can't argue that. No, he is their quarterback. Do I?
Sometimes salt look like sugar.
Yeah, it does. You taste it. You put your mouth.
So I mean, I'm not considering. You know what Jameis Winston did the last time he was in the dome? You saw the pregame speech. I wish producer could play it so everybody could just have a hilarious. It was hilarious. So listen. It's the only reason this game gonna be close is because of the divisional opponent. That's the only reason. I'm telling you, we're gonna win this game by 2 possessions, 30-20.
I can't argue that. Now Antonio Porter also says, look, Saints win 31-17. Defense gonna get stronger and consistent each game. Nicholas Gerard said, I give the Saints 27-17. The Bucs, Peter Brown said, the Bucs back our guys that you picked up in fantasy when you didn't have a choice. I don't know what back that is. I just think that when I look at the Bucs, offensively they don't have an identity, but that part does scare me. Seattle has an identity as a team. Cowboys have an identity as a team, so they're easy to game plan for. This team here doesn't really have an identity, so it's hard to game plan for. So I can see unforeseen plays happening that I'm like, and to get underneath my skin. But with all that being said, my Saints offense, we open up that playbook. We get Teddy Bridgewater a little more comfortable making those some plays and get Michael Thomas in the end zone. We get back to getting Alvin Kamara back in the end zone. I think it's the first week that Jared Cook finally gets into that end zone.
And he's going to be the key if we want to be successful on offense going forward. Jared Cook, look, you got to wake up, dog. You got to wake up. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if you own some of you coming off it. Jared Cook, you got to wake up. I mean, you are not looking like the number 1 tight end that we brought here in the offseason that we was excited about. You're just not looking like yourself. We need that 800-yard Jared Cook that we seen in Oakland last year.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need for that from you so we can have somebody opposite of Michael Thomas and they can just key in on him.
Listen, stay off the weed, man. Whatever you on, stay on Bourbon Street. You know, you want them, the margaritas, get out Bourbon Street. Yeah, I need you back in practice and doing your thing. Now, back in the watch party, Mitch from the NFC South said this. Mitch said this. That boy Fred, respect. Good luck Sunday. That dude on the right, keep that same energy Monday morning.
I'm going to keep the same energy. I'm going to have a damn good Monday morning because the Saints going to be coming off a win.
Niggas say keep that same energy.
Devin Staub said, no Fitz magic. Saints owe Tampa Bay from that game. won last season.
Yeah, when they dropped like 40-some points. Yeah, we owe that.
Karen Moore says, don't sleep on them. It's a divisional opponent. The Saints have trouble in the division. That's a good point, Kerry. And that's why I said we're going to beat them 30-20.
Right.
I feel like that's a very respectable score.
Right.
If they won in our division, I think that we're going to beat these people by probably like 21.
Now, I would say
even with Teddy Bridgewater.
Now, I would say this. Going into the division. Tampa Bay, I think, was what? 2-2, and the Saints are 3-1. Tampa Bay already has a division to win against Carolina.
Right.
So, they beat the Saints. They got 2 games in the division. The Saints 0-1 in the division. Tampa Bay leads the division. That's just it sounds. Tampa Bay's been the bottom of the barrel of this division for the past 3-4 seasons. The sound of Tampa Bay leading the NFC South has not been music to my ears for some time, G Sports.
Listen, even if Tampa Bay some kind of miraculously win this game on Sunday, these people are not going to the playoffs, Fred. These people not going to win the division, Fred. What are you smoking? Are you smoking something?
Patron, baby.
You leave it alone.
Patron, baby.
These people not going to win no division. Our division is pretty bad this year.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that because Carolina, if you think you're going to win with Kyle Allen at quarterback, stop. He had a good little game on Sunday. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. These people are not going to win the division.
All right.
Tampa Bay, like I said, I like Bruce Arians. I think he's a great coach, a great offensive-minded coach, but Jameis Winston is your quarterback. There's no way you're going to win this division. Atlanta, I don't know what the hell going on with y'all. Dan O'Quinn, you need to be getting your walking papers. How you got all that talent and you 1-3?
You're bad.
We 3-1 with a backup quarterback.
All right. I don't know how right now Dan O'Quinn and I don't know how Jay Gruden are still head coaches. I posted a tweet out there. I said, listen, man, think about this. Let me go switch subject. Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay both came under Jay Gruden in Washington. They're 6-1 as head coaches this season. Jay Gruden ain't won a game. I don't know how you. Dan Snyder, what you do?
The Redskins don't have no talent. Jay Gruden should have been fired after the game. Like, he should have been fired. He should have got his walking papers in the tunnel. Like, you know how when you shake the hand in the field and you walk through the tunnel? Like, the owner should have met him like this here. Yeah. That's how I should have been. That's how bad the Redskins are right now. You cannot lose to the New York Giants. Can't lose to them. Can't happen.
With no Shaquan.
It can't happen. With
no Shaquan.
With no real number 1 receiver. Stop, man. Stop, man. But look, I'm real confident about us winning this game on Sunday. Bro, listen. I'm so excited about the future for the Saints. Sean Payton continues to solidify how good of a coach he is in his NFL.
Second best in the league.
I just don't know too many head coaches that can rally a team to go on the road to beat Seattle with a backup quarterback that hasn't started a game in 4 years, win convincingly, come in the dome, play the Dallas Cowboys, who was playing some really good football, coming into that game with who I think top to bottom has the best personnel in the NFL, and beat these people with 4 field goals.
Wow.
I just think that it needs to be acknowledged from the national media about how good of a coach Sean Payton is.
Right.
And even if you go look at the play calling that he had on Sunday night, I mean, I love how he set Teddy Bridgewater up throughout that whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, he put him in good situations to be successful. The rolling him out.
Yeah.
Getting the ball out of his hand quick. The screen game. And it was very strategic how he was calling the game. And it just put Teddy in some good situations on Sunday. Without that interception that Teddy again dropped. Teddy Bridgewater had a pretty solid game.
Yeah.
And he made a few throws, like the back shoulder he threw to Michael Thomas. That was a hell of a throw.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a throw. The throw he threw to in tight coverage to Josh Hill that he dropped. He made some throws in that game that I was like, look.
The guy need reps. He's getting them.
The more reps you get, the more experience you get, the more confidence that Sean Payton instills in you, I think you're going to get better. So I feel good going into this game on Sunday. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think we're going to lose a game. Mitchell Trubisky probably won't be in uniform.
Gardner Mitchell, what's his name? I can't think of out of Washington State.
We getting ready to play some bad quarterbacks. So we are in good situations. going forward. Going to Minshew with the Italian mustache. Come on, man. I'm not worried. Look.
That's your boy quarterback, man. That's Dontavian quarterback, man. Don't make fun of the man.
Look, man. Look, we got some bad quarterback play we going against. And the way our defense playing, we're gonna be all right. Listen, I think we're gonna run the table until Drew come back.
I'm gonna ask one question. We're gonna switch subjects. Mitch says this. The Bucs will eat Bridgewater Sunday, and that Jason Hill Wildcat, Taysom Hill Wildcat is not a surprise. Tall Bowls, you'll see. We're gonna see. Have that same energy. Have that same energy come Monday.
Devin Staub says need to implement play action package for Taysom and just sweeps.
Right.
I expect the red zone play action rollout from Taysom at a key moment in the game. And I will say this too, and we can switch subjects after I say this. I expected Sean Payton to use Taysom at the quarterback position more than he has. I think that goes to show how much confidence that he does have in Teddy Bridgewater. Other than that, the sack that he took at the end of the game, he made some good decisions most of the night.
Right.
So, Taysom not playing quarterback, I do think he needs about 5 or 6 plays where we have him at the quarterback position.
Right.
Just to keep that defense honest and keep them all balanced a little bit. Because when Taysom in a game, you got to make all kind of checks.
Yeah.
As a defense. And figure out, is he running his own read? Is he going to run RPO?
Right.
So, I would like to see Sean Payton implement that a little bit more. He might be keeping it in his back pocket, too.
Down the
line until when we get ready to play the Bears in Chicago, who is going to be a really good defense. And you need stuff like that in your back pocket. When you play somebody like that on the road.
Arguably the best.
Right.
Arguably one of the best defensive teams in the league, depending on who you watch. If you're more up north, like in New England, you think it's them. If you think it's Buffalo, I ain't here to argue anybody who says one of those 3 are the best defensive teams in the league. Right. If you say Bears, Patriots, Bills.
So who you taking? Dallas defense or the Bears defense?
Bears. They get more turnovers. That front 7 is just stout.
Right.
Akeem Hicks, Raekwon Smith get to the quarterback. Man,
They got some kids. They got some ballers over
I mean, Leonard Floyd. I mean, Danny Trevathan's a pretty good linebacker.
Full at corner.
Eddie Jackson, who the best ball hat. I mean, we didn't even mention the all-world and Khalil Mack. It's the Bears. They got, the Patriots are playing fundamentally sound defensively. They don't really have that many names, but if you look at the statistics, how they're playing, I think it's one of Bill Belichick, one of his best defensive teams overall through his tenure in New England, even though they don't have the great names. And Buffalo, if you haven't watched them, trust me, the defense is like that. Yeah. It's like that.
Yeah. Kerry Moore said Chicago D is tough. If y'all thought Dallas front 7 was something, what about Chicago's? I think, depending on who you're talking to, some people will say Chicago, some people will say Dallas. I probably would say Chicago just because of Khalil Mack. Leonard Floyd, I mean, they just got so many
Aaron
different
Lynch,
people.
the D lineman who gets it, man.
They got Akeem Hicks, who we used to have.
Yeah.
I mean, they got so many different people. Bree Dorsey says the line got to stop getting all those holding calls. See, that's what people got to understand, too.
Yeah.
Drew Brees, the way he commands the pocket, his pocket presence, the way he moves around in the pocket is different
than
Teddy's. Teddy is more of a roll out of the pocket and try to find somebody down the field. And so, it's a difference.
Drew's going to stay in that pocket. He's going to move within that pocket. So the protection is different.
It's different the way the protection is set up and things of that nature. So I think that's what's going on with so many different holding calls. When you see Teddy rolling out in it, he kind of looks like he's a little sporadic in the pocket at times. So I think that's what you see from the offensive line, which is leading to holding calls. But I think as time goes on, like, Sunday coming and the rest of the games till Drew gets here, I think the offensive line is going to get better and get used to.
They got to make the adjustment.
How Teddy moves around in the pocket.
It takes games.
Yeah. And Sean Payton's going to address that too.
Now, I just want to ask the question because we can't even stay in the subject. Who you think the best team in the NFC?
The Saints.
Yeah.
I mean, we 3-1 without Drew Brees. It got to be the Saints.
I got the Saints. I know a lot of fans probably thinking it's the Packers. Now, the NFC North has been pretty tough. Bears, obviously, even with Trubisky being bad. Even the Lions gave the Chiefs a run for their money on the NFC North. But again, some people have said the Rams prior to their loss to Tampa Bay. But when you could beat a team like Dallas or a team like Seattle on the road, and you could beat a team like Houston. Right. As far as I'm concerned, the Saints have played all playoff teams so far, and they've won 3 or 4.
Tough schedule. We played a tough schedule.
But now
we're not playing like House of the Blind like some of these teams.
Dallas. That's be loud about it. So to me, right now, the Saints are the best team in the NFC, hands down to me right now. Until further notice, you got to prove me different. You got to show me wrong. You got to show me something different. Right now, Teddy Bridgewater is 2-0 as a starting quarterback, and he's beat 2 playoff teams. And I think if he'd had to start the whole game with Seattle with a fresh game plan from Sean Payton, I think that
against the Rams. Yeah.
That game could be a different result.
Yeah, never know. Yeah.
Never know. So right now, I know people want to believe different, but after the first quarter of football, I got the Saints the number 1 team. And I'm not trying to be biased. Now, moving on. Got to talk some college football. A lot of things have happened since the start of August, G. A lot of bills have came up. And California passed the first bill for the Fair Pay for Play Act. What is your thing about this Fair Pay for Play Act? What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? How do you think it's going to change the game of college football? Because in 2023, it's going to go into play. So what is your take on the Fair Pay for Play Act? I know we all, as fans, we don't know all the details, but what is your thing about it that you may like about it, and what you maybe do not like about it?
Look, I'm all for these student athletes getting compensated for what they do on Saturdays. These colleges and these universities are benefiting off these kids, making millions and billions of dollars. You have to set up something to where these kids are getting paid. And it's easy. It's an easy fix. It's just this simple. What you do is the Power 5 schools, like the LSUs of the world, what you do is any kid on the roster that gets significant playing time, they should get a game check. Now, you go off the budget or the revenue that the school, what that particular sport is making. If, let's just throw a number out there. If LSU football is making, let's say, last year they made $100 million. I know they made more than that, but I'm just going to say $100 million. If they made $100 million, you telling me you can't give each kid that gets significant playing time $1,000 a game? $1,000. So that'll be 12 games they get that. That's around about $500K. $500K. They make $500K on one weekend.
Right.
So that's the kind of things they need to implement. And then each sport, you go off your budget. If you're in swimming, let's say swimming only allocate $100,000 for the year.
Right.
You figure out a way to give them, so they check not gonna be as large as the football team.
They're making more revenue.
They check might be $300 a game, $300 a swim meet, and that's how you compensate these kids. The smaller schools like Nickel States and the SWAC schools, Southern and Gramblin's, they gotta figure out a way to do it too. If the football program, everybody knows the football program
generates the revenue,
generates majority of the revenue, unless you're a Duke, North Carolina,
Ivy League school,
something like that.
Academics don't pay the university's bills.
Right.
Athletics do.
Exactly.
They ain't enough tuition to get paid to keep the doors open.
So and that's how you do that. Now I'm not a believer that everybody on the roster should get a game check. It should be the guys that get significant playing time. You gotta some kind of way come up with some kind of rubric where you gotta play this amount of snaps or however they want to do it to make sure that you get a game check. And this will put an end to all of this BS. Zion Williamson made over $200 million for Duke last year. Let's not even talk about what he did for the TV networks. You don't tell me that kid deserved to get just at least $1,000 a game.
I don't disagree with you.
So don't tell me about he getting a free education, because is Zion Williamson going to make it in the real world because he got an education from Duke University? Let's be serious. He's going to make a living bouncing that damn basketball and putting it in the hoop. So that's my take on it. Kids should get paid. Simple as that. They need to go ahead and just. It should be earlier than 2023. To be honest with you, I don't know why they're prolonging this.
Well, the state of California made it 2023, but there's 11 other states now that have come up with. They're using they're gonna probably use this legislation from California to formulate their blueprint. And I had a chance to listen to Anthony Gonzalez, who's now a state rep in Ohio, who's former first round pick. Played at Ohio State, played in the NFL for the Colts. He's on board with this also. What I like about this bill is that it put a deadline on the NCAA on trying to figure out how to. This is all the NCAA is doing. What I love about this bill is that it put the NCAA, it gave them a timeline on to figure out how you need to compensate kids. The NCAA has been operating under the situation where we're gonna do something about how to compensate kids, but they never had a deadline. Here's a deadline: 2023. What do you mean? Oh, state of California has a bill in place where you cannot tell them they can't get paid off of their likeness. See, now you have a deadline on how to figure out how to compensate kids. I've always been a believer that these kids need bigger stipends than what they need. I was a big fan. I'm a fan of this. These kids need stipends. If they play football, if they're a scholarship football player, give them $2,000 a month. Non-tax, year-round. I mean, every month, 12 months, year-round. What do you mean? It's not football season. I don't care. He can't get a job. How about that?
Right.
That's
especially with their schedule.
You can't tell me that you can't compensate a kid $2,000 a month off that revenue y'all generating. If they're on scholarship, $2,000. If they're not, if they're partial, $1,000, D1. And if they're not, because these kids are playing for scholarships.
Right.
Pay them. And that way, you can't tell me that it's not enough for $2,000 a month for a college kid. You can't tell me nothing. I've been a college kid. $2,000 a month, boy, is more than enough. That kid can survive. That kid's parents don't. He'll have to call. That man have to call his mama or daddy.
They gonna have to figure out, because they get a scholarship check a month. So with that scholarship check, depending on the school, I know at LSU, I don't know if it's changed. I know like 2 years ago, I want to say the check was $1,500 a month. That's what they got. So what you do with that $1,500, you're supposed to pay your rent. So if you're sharing an apartment with two other people, y'all split the rent. That was
football season only?
That's year round. I don't know. I think in the summer they might get it. I'm not sure, but I know they get it like as long as school, fall and spring. I know for sure they get it for fall and spring. Do they get it in the summer? I'm not sure. I think they might. Don't quote me on that.
They should. They should.
But my point is,
get a job.
My point is, the check was $1,500. So if your rent $1,000 a month, y'all split it 3 ways. So after you do that and y'all pay your light bill, the kids still have about a little under $1,000 left over. So I don't think they need $2,000. Like I said, I think it should be $1,000 a game.
Again, I would add that on to what they're getting. Meaning like
I wouldn't be opposed to them getting $2,000, but I think $1,000 should be the least amount that they're getting.
Should get more because
a month added on to their scholarship check.
I look at it from this
to pay their rent and stuff.
I look at it from this position of this. At the end of the day, these kids, I know that when I look at these kids and I look at them performing, I'm saying to myself, I know a lot of academic money gets spread out throughout the university because these universities can't survive off of tuition alone. I know that already. But these kids they can't get jobs. So when I see a kid who can't get a job, they need to be paid year-round, non-taxed. Football, basketball, swimming, whatever. And you can divide it up accordingly because obviously swimming may not bring as much revenue as football. Those kids who get a scholarship, give them $3,000 a month. All of them. He got a scholarship, $3,000.
And it should have certain kids that should be tried on case-by-case basis.
Case-by-case basis.
So like Leonard Fournette, Zion Williamson, Reggie Bush, people like that. Okay, now
Tim Tebow.
Y'all check gonna be
bigger,
substantially bigger, more than the average kid on that team.
That's it.
Because you know how many number 7 jerseys I saw?
Vince Young
from LSU. So the name not on the back, but everybody and their mama know that's Leonard Fournette jersey, and people are buying it. Same thing with Zion. Like, you know how many people had number 1 Duke jerseys on? So they're making all this revenue off of his apparel because of Zion Williamson. So certain kids should be tried on a case-by-case basis, depending on who you are, and you should get way more than some of these other kids on the roster.
I would agree with that. And that's my problem is the NCAA has put this upon themselves. My problem with the NCAA is that y'all kept pushing this buck off to the side. Y'all never had a deadline to deal with to address the issue. What I love about this bill the most is that it gave the NCAA a deadline. Because let me tell you something. If they don't figure something out in the next 3 or 4 years, every kid is going to say to themselves, I can become the guy in California. I'm going to migrate to it. And other states are going to get together and they're going to pass the law. I've told people this. There's about 4 states that if they do this, every other state gets in line. Texas, California, New York, Florida. Those 4 states come up with a bill similar to California's, everyone else falls in line. Everybody else is going to fall in line.
Right. Because if California passes it and nobody else, USC,
UCLA,
Fresno State, all those those schools in California are going to benefit from it. You're going to see people from Florida, Louisiana. Why they going to USC?
Why they going to USC? Why they going now?
I'm about to get paid. I'm about to get paid for my jersey. I'm about to get paid to get autographs.
That's it.
That's what's going to end up happening. That's what's going to end up happening. And they're trying to figure. And now they wonder. R.J. Hampton. Notice this is the basketball side of it. R.J. Hampton is a top 5 prospect in the country. He's not even going to college. He's going overseas.
LaMelo Ball has not stepped on the college campus. You be talking about possibly top 5 picks.
And you're going to see more of this in college basketball if they don't start paying these kids. And you want to get rid of these handlers, and you want to get rid of these shoe companies coming in and paying these kids under the table. This is what you got to do. This is what you have to do if you want to stop all of that from happening.
Correct. Now, I will go a step further. If the NFL really wants to get smart, because Major League Baseball has it, obviously basketball has their own way of doing things. Even hockey has it. And I think the NFL has not done it because they're the least progressive league out of all these leagues. If they create their own farm system, college football's in trouble. I know that it sounds crazy, but if these because think about it, the only way to get to the NFL is through college and through a draft. That's the only way to get there. If these kids had a different way to get to the NFL, they would never touch a college university. They would never touch a university.
Right.
They would never.
Right.
The NFL is not progressive like that, like these other entities.
But see, it's easier for baseball and for basketball to implement stuff like that because you're not. First of all, basketball is 12 to 15 people a team.
Right.
Baseball is about 30 at the most.
Yeah.
Football, you got it's a lot of equipment involved. It's about 60 players. I mean, it's so many. Then far as coaching,
right? You
got to put so many damn coaches in place.
I don't disagree with that.
So it's not as easy to implement something like that versus basketball. Where all you need is about 2-3 coaches.
Right.
It's 12 to 15 players.
Correct.
Far as uniforms, I mean, you don't need that much to get that started.
There's more operations to football than baseball or basketball or even Major League Hockey.
And it's more money for as what you're putting out to get that started.
Correct.
When it comes to football versus basketball and baseball.
I would disagree with you on that at all. But what I am saying is, what I'm watching in college football, in the past, when we were probably watching college football back in 2003 and the early 2000s, we were basically saying that, man, college kids could not come out of college within their first 3 years. Like, we were saying to ourselves, man, you have to really be a senior. Mm-hmm. Like, you could definitely your body develop.
Right.
We were saying this, if you're a junior, man, you could be pushing it, man. You should go, but you really pushing it.
Right.
You know what happened in 2007? We got our first Heisman Trophy winner that was a sophomore, Tim Tebow. You know what happened since then? That was the first Heisman who was a sophomore. After that was a junior or senior award. Mainly seniors. Bunch of redshirt freshmen. Jameis Winston won it. Redshirt freshman. Guess what we started seeing in the past decade?
Wasn't Robert Griffin
junior?
RG3 was a junior?
Yeah, redshirt junior.
Okay.
Redshirt junior. Mark Ingram running as a sophomore. We started seeing.
What about Maurice Claret?
He never won a Heisman. But you get to my point. You get to where I'm going with this. Mike Williams and Maurice Claret wanted to come out of college early. Mike Williams was a sophomore. Maurice Claret was a freshman.
Right.
What we're seeing now, G, in the past decade, the rule has been you have to play college football for 3 years because of your body is not developed. You know what we started seeing in the past few years? Leonard Fournette did not need his junior year at LSU. After his sophomore year, he didn't need LSU no more.
Didn't play in the bowl game. Stop practicing. He barely played his junior. 4th overall pick. Ed Oliver that went to Houston.
Houston.
And that's going to be you're going to see it this year.
These guys are more athletic today.
You're going to see it like, if Alabama is not playing for the national championship, Jerry Jeudy
going
to shut it down.
Jerry Jeudy does not need this junior year.
If LSU not playing for the national championship, Grant Delpit is going to shut it down. Next year, Jamar Chase and them, if they're not playing for the national championship, they're going to shut it down.
What I'm saying is, G, we are starting to watch college athletes after their sophomore year that don't need college football. I'm here to tell you right now, Jerry Jeudy does not need Alabama more than Alabama needs him.
Trevor Lawrence.
But boy, Sunshine could have went to the pros after this year. That deal doesn't keep Clemson no more.
And again, it should be on a case-by-case basis for certain kids.
Right.
Like Maurice Claret should have been able to come out after his freshman year.
After his freshman year. Mike Williams should be able to come out after that sophomore year. He didn't use it anymore. But back then, the talent wasn't what it is now. We are watching some guys, Tua, did not need Alabama no more. I think after that year, Tua could have got drafted and sat on a bench on a good team for a year, and after that, he could have became a starter. He could have did exactly what's the kid? Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer got drafted first overall by the Bengals. He sat a whole year behind John Kitna. Guess what happened? He became an All-Pro. Pat Mahomes. He sat a whole year behind Alex Smith, comes in, puts the whole league on notice. Listen, these kids are more athletic today than we ever watched. These kids do not need 3 years of college
So what
football.
you're saying is you think the NCAA needs to lift the rule of having to stay 3 years?
Yes. Yes.
Well, 3 years removed from high school.
Yes. We're watching more.
So you think it should be
2
years?
2 years. These guys are more athletic. Jerry Jeudy does not have to show me or any NFL draft scout after his sophomore year that he's a top 5 prospect in the country.
You own something.
To me, Maurice Claret and Mike Williams was on to something.
Right.
They were on to something. Right. But it was too premature at the time. They took the burden for it. They suffered the consequences for it.
And to your point, the NFL kind of ridicules these kids when they stay in college that long because now they saying, oh, you got too much wear and tear on your body, especially at the running back position. So staying to your junior year really hurts you more than it helps you.
Correct.
Then if you get a knick-knack injury, now they're trying to say you're not durable. So now we're not going to pick it to the 5th round. Instead of getting picked in the 1st or the 2nd round. And now you're losing every round that you're getting not picked in. You're losing millions and millions and millions. You're messing over yourself as far as endorsements and things like that. So
we're watching.
You make a good point.
We're watching so many guys athletically. I'm watching right now Derek Stingley at LSU. Right now. I'm here to tell y'all right now.
Stingley don't need to stay to his junior year.
He don't need to stay to his junior year. I'm watching this. I'm watching these athletic kids. I'm saying to myself, that guy don't need 3 years of college football to prove that he's one of the best players in the country. You're gonna start seeing pass rushers. You're looking at some of these kids. They do not need 3 years. Leonard Fournette didn't play his junior year. That dude was the 4th overall pick. You're watching guys come out here and dominate this sport at a level that you say to yourself, guys don't need this. There are some guys who need it. They need to lift this band on a case-by-case basis. Certain athletes and certain players, listen, college football is dumb. And that's going to eliminate that also. Because the reason why they're going to these agents and these bookers is because they know their talent level. They don't need it. They're done with this. I'm here to tell you right now, after Julio and A.J. Green sophomore year at Alabama and Georgia, I saw enough. They ain't need this no more. What's the 3rd year for? What's the point? What we doing? You know they're going pro. Right. What we talking about here? This band needs to be lifted. And if they think they do that, you're going to eliminate a lot of the bookies and the agents because at the end of the day, the kid's going pro. Just saying. Keeping it 1,000. Now, we got to get to our last segment of the show. High school football, because we had to air out the show up a little earlier today. G Sports. We got to give it the rankings. Prep football. Would you like to go first or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first. At 5, this year. I say this year. This week.
Week 5.
This 5. I mean, this man, my word, I'm getting tongue twisted and everything right now. But this week, man, things have changed.
They changed. New rankings.
In my rankings for my top 5 high school teams right now. Again, I gotta say this every week because people don't understand. I had everybody attacking me on Twitter saying, why Neville not in it? And why West Monroe not in it?
New war getting attacked.
We are only talking about South Louisiana. Which means the Lafayette area on down. So, with that being said, at 5, I got to go with East Ascension. East Ascension, they are 3-1 right now. They playing really, really good football. They beat a really good Warren Eastern team on Friday night. Went down to the Y. Stephen McBride continues to make a case for why he is one of the best receivers in the state. His biggest offer is Kansas right now. I think that's going to change sooner than later. So I got East Ascension at 5. Number 4, I got Endicott. You know, I had a 1 for the first few weeks of the season. You know, they went down to the Calabash Rouge on Friday night and lost 42-16. Calabash Rouge gave it to them. They gave it to them. Calabash Rouge really put everybody on notice that they're going to be that team to give Curtis a run for their money in a state championship. So I can't wait to see when they meet up in the state championship. So I got Endicott at 4. I still think A.K.A. is going to get it together at some point and get ready to get that state championship run.
Right.
And be back in the dome to repeat as state champs. Number 3, I got St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More.
St. Thomas More beat Neville
Yes.
on Friday,
Yes.
28-6. Listen, St. Thomas More has one of the best offenses in the state, if not the best. With Holstein at quarterback, the kid Breck at receiver, they look really good on offense. Their defense is solid, a bend but don't break defense, but their offense is phenomenal. I think that is one of the best offenses I've seen in a long time. So I think they're gonna probably win state again in that select division. I forget what division they in. So I got St. Thomas More at 3. Number 2. I got the St. James Wildcat, baby.
St. James?
St. James is for real.
The real deal Holyfield.
Regardless of class, these people are for real. They are not your typical 318. Coach Robert Valdez got those people looking really good down there in Vacherie. And they give you some good cooking.
Yes.
And before the game, when they tailgate, those people come out and support that team and that program, and they play like it on Friday nights. I'm telling you right now, Shamar Smith, one of the most underrated prospects in the state. He put that team on his back on Friday along with that defense, led by Savion Jones and Chase Gleason. Man, look, St. James is for real. Yes. If they don't win 3, I will be really surprised for them to come and beat a tough East St. John 518 and a really good Destrehan 518. And the way they beat them these last few weeks has been very impressive. They play Assumption on tomorrow night. Assumption is undefeated, so they're going on the road to play them. So that's going to be a tough environment. They win that game, you might as well just
hang it up.
Forget about it. Nobody's going to beat them the rest of the season. They're going to run the table. I know that Lutcher still stands in their way, which is a rival game, but I just don't see them losing the game. Number 1. I got to go Cali Baton Rouge, baby. Yeah, I had John Curtis at 1 last week. No, they're not in my top 5 no more. Look. Yes, John Curtis should be in my top 5. I know this. Look, I'm not even going to argue with anybody that wants to argue with me about that. John Curtis should be in my top 5, but I got Cali. I got Cali number 1. The way they beat A.K.A, I never seen nobody beat them like that. I don't think A.K.A lost a game like that in probably over 10, 15 years. Curtis beat them, but Curtis beat them by 3 points. So I got Cali Baton Rouge at number 1. Curtis, look, don't call me disrespectful. I love what you're doing, JT. But I got Cali number 1. That's my top 5 teams in South Louisiana going into week 5.
Week 5, you shaking it all up, baby. Got new rankings. G Sports. Woo! Boy, you put some heat on you. Got some heat. Listen, coming in at number 5. Number 5. I still got Rumble. Rumble still makes the top 5. Rumble had a pretty good week this week. Got a team that played off here, but Rumble's still 4-0. Got some big games coming up again for Rumble. Rumble still makes the top 5. Number 4, G Sports. I'm going with St. Charles Catholic.
Wow.
They beat Lutcher, G Sports. They beat De La Salle, G Sports.
Wow.
They beat South Lafourche, G Sports.
South Lafourche?
Yes.
What? I don't know why you even said that just now, but keep going.
They're 4-0. And they got a big time game against one of your top 5. East Assumption.
East Ascension
this week. Trust me. St. Charles Catholic comes in at number 4. Number 3, Coach Valdez, St. James. Gotta make the list. Very impressive win this week. Very astonishing win in 3A. Really putting everybody in 3A on those. Obviously, you just mentioned Lutcher is going to be a test for them, divisional game. But, listen, it doesn't matter that they're 3A team. I'm here to tell you right now.
Right.
It don't matter. These guys are for real. They're the real deal. I think I could put them against any other 5A team and trust me, they're going to hold it on. It's like that down there. Trust me. Number 2, John Curtis. I can't see how you leave him off the list, G Sports. I can't see how you leave him off the list. Just can't see how you leave him off the list. John Curtis got to be at number 2. You got to fall on your list somewhere.
I just think those 5 teams I named is better than them.
I understand what you think.
Even though they beat Carl, I still think Carl better than them.
I understand what you think.
Call me being biased. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, you being biased.
And I think Catholic better than them. I think East Ascension better than them.
Again.
That's just how I feel. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But until proven otherwise, John Curtis is at number 2. And like I told y'all last week, baby, whoever goes down in the call in Baton Rouge Catholic could possibly make number 1. And guess who made number 1? Baton Rouge Catholic. Listen, the way they beat Edna Call, we never witnessed it.
Right.
I haven't seen that in some time. I told y'all last week, if one of those 2 teams come up big time, they can make the number 1. Baton Rouge Catholic is the number 1 team in the state of Louisiana, regardless of North or South.
How you feel?
That's how I feel. Them teams up north ain't doing nothing. Bastrop ain't doing nothing. West Monroe ain't doing nothing. Neville ain't doing nothing. I don't know y'all selling me on. Baton Rouge Catholic right now is the best in the state. Top or bottom.
Ooh. And you know you can't argue with you after what they just did on Friday. You
can't argue with it.
So,
that's my top 5.
What? Tomorrow night, I will be at Singleton and Terrebonne.
Oh, yeah.
Terrebonne is riding a 4-0 streak. They facing the arch rival Terrebonne Tigers. They are 2-2.
Now, Spencer says Acadiana reckon Rams should be in the top 5.
That's your opinion.
We still gonna see.
Gonna see. That's your opinion.
They're not far out.
That's your opinion. They get my honorable mention.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done enough yet,
right,
to be in my top 5.
I got Brother Mort in my top 5. Drop them out. They're not playing better than these 5 teams I got playing right now. These 5 teams right now to me are playing outstanding football. And they have a decent opponent ahead of them. So they're not just making my rankings because I think they're playing well, but they're also playing the competition that's ahead of them. Like I said, St. Charles Catholic plays East Assumption this week. That's going to be a prime time. That's a prime time game this week. So to me, it's not about just about making the rankings. It's about who your competition is going to be coming up. And to me, if St. Charles Catholic can win that game, trust me.
And sometimes it just go off the eye test.
Eye test. Yeah, it is what it is. But for you to think Curtis in the top 5 G sports, and you still got called.
Listen. I just think those 5 teams are better than them. Look, sometimes when a team beat another team, that don't mean they're better than them.
I don't disagree with you.
And that's how I feel. I feel like those 5 teams are better than Curtis right now. That's just my opinion. I know that sounds crazy with Curtis being undefeated and Curtis beating Carl, but that's just how I feel.
I understand.
That's how I feel.
I respect it. You know you gonna take another beating on Twitter this week, right?
It's all good.
You know the bullet's coming, right?
It's all good.
I'm just checking your
all
pulse.
good.
Want to make sure you're straight.
Good. But I'm gonna be at Singleton and Terrebonne tomorrow night. Can't wait. Looking for the fireworks with Mason Smith, the 5-star D tackle, Ja'Kai Douglas, the 4-star athlete, going against the Singleton Tigers with Luke Alomar at quarterback, Ramon Thompson at running back, Kyron Lace at Darren Davis, Marquell Price, Tyron Young. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's gonna be a great game. It's Singleton's homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Terrebonne's trying to spoil it. Terrebonne got
some athletes, man. Got some athletes.
After what happened last week to them, up 19-0 to Hornville, and lost that game, they're gonna be coming in. What?
Hornville's could be on my list.
Hornville still got a little more proof. Yeah. But Terrebonne gonna be coming into this game tomorrow night with a big chip on their shoulder to try to prove to everybody that they are for real. They don't let that 2-2 record fool you. They are a good football team. They just been playing. They haven't been playing up to the level of their caliber at this moment of the season. So hopefully they get it together. I think we're gonna be in for a great game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be some primetime football game going on.
Newman, Booker T. I wish I could be a down one.
Listen, I can't wait till they play St. Charles Catholic.
You big on St. Charles Catholic, huh?
Yeah, I can't wait. That's who they ain't now. Newman St. Charles Catholic. Trust me. That's the game.
We'll see.
We'll see about Newman too. But listen, that's our rankings. Now listen, that's our show for this week. We gotta wrap it up a little early. Listen, subscribe to FanView Live. If you're on Facebook, subscribe to our page. If you're on YouTube, deeply appreciate. Don't forget to subscribe to G Sports. We're trying to get the 411 what's going on in high school football, basketball. It don't matter what it is. Sports your plug. Subscribe to this page. Subscribe to FanView Live. We deeply appreciate y'all, man. We can check y'all back next Thursday. FanView Live. Had that same energy next week, G. Had that same energy next week.
I'm gonna have it.
Had that same energy.
I'm definitely gonna have it.
Now, won't hit no sorrows come Thursday. Next week, the Buccaneers beat the Saints, which I doubt.
Nigga told you had that same energy.
Yeah. What you know about this, y'all? We gon' party. Like what, right? Like we won Lombardi. Tell them, right? Come on. We gon' party. Like we won a Lombardi. We gon' party. Like we won a Lombardi. Listen, y'all. Welcome to New Orleans, where the drinks are strong, the nights are long, and there's a party going on. Super Sundays at the lake or the dome. They say the bon temps roulette. We let the good times roll. Good music like this ain't hard to find. Second line pop up at the drop of a dime. And when the night comes, that's when the real party is done. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gonna put on a hell of a fight. Touchdown in the second line. And you know we gon' party like we won the Lombardi. We gon' party like we won the Lombardi. Represent where you from. Stomp your feet, clap your hands. Eclectic flows out of code. It got the world in a trance. If you can't see we the best, you best invest in some wins. Yeah, we playing for the ship, and we in it to win. Talent, that is one thing. 90% is your mind. So when you talk about team, believe that there is no I. We'll beat your team with ease. Yeah, we could do it wherever. Blitz the ball all day. Yeah, you gon' need a Hail Mary. You boys claiming you're hot. Well, my team is on flames. Offense is one key, but defense win the game. Just know you're in